Hello and welcome back to part 4 of my City Skylines After Dark Let's Play, Figaro. When we last saved, I didn't notice that the freight station burnt down, and I'm still not clear what happened here. It's possible that the fire started as we were saving, and the game just calculated it as being lost because the game didn't have a chance to send a fire truck. I have to check the recording from the previous day, so I'm just gonna demolish a little bit of that wreckage and I'm gonna rebuild it. These buildings here are asking for more services, obviously, because the one they're using to ship their goods out have disappeared. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna build a there we go. Everything should be fine now. Okay. So I want to do a few things here, which is in part to upgrade some of these roads. It's hard to see at night, but these roads are still dirt roads from back in the day. There we go. I really like the kind of organic look of the city with all the really bright spots. I do want to go to my post-processing. Gonna enable lens flare a bit. And that's a motion blur. Right, so my industrial demand is quite high again. I want to expand a bit of this, and this station here isn't being used as much as I hoped it would have been because there's just not enough, I guess, people that use it. Oh, wrong item. To our roads. There we go. So I want to just build an extra block of buildings here to round out this area. And I don't want to expand like crazy. Usually if you see high demand like this, it's very tempting to just go zone a bunch of stuff right away, and usually that creates a lot of problems, I find, down the road, because you don't think about it enough and you get this really weird growth. You create basically, it's a bit of a seesaw or yo-yo effect where demand goes up, you zone too much, and then demand kind of flatten out, and then you find yourself in a position where there's too much supply. So I want to create more leisure areas here, so let's, how do I go? There we go, snaps in. So I was trying to play around with this earlier and it crashed my game. So I downloaded this, a Weeping Willow Tree, and it's a mod, and apparently it's made out of a lot of polygons, and the warning there is you don't want to use this you want to use this sparingly because it could crash your system or slow it down considerably. So I'm gonna, but apparently it looks really good on if you're like on the ground level and you have that mod that I was talking about, the ground level mod. So I'm gonna build it somewhere that I can see it. Let's build it. Where can I drop it? I've seen it drop by these sides, and it's lit by those yellow street lights at night. It looks really good. Well, let's put one here. I think this area isn't zoned, is it? Yeah, no. That's going to go away when I zone it, but let's leave it there for now. And you can see here, there's immediately a lot of redevelopment as soon as I increase my land value. So that's a way of increasing my population without zoning a lot, is just keep increasing the land value, and that will level up your buildings, and they tend to hold more people. And I've just broke it in 20,000, which is great. It's what I want. Let's have a look at this tree here. It does look very nice, and the textures are a lot nicer than the other trees here. Oh, I did want to fix my zoning here, I remember earlier. So as I expanded, I didn't fix my zoning properly. So parts of this university district hasn't been zoned at all. So I'm just going to paint that in. So they're now part of the district. They were previously homeless, so there were no one representing them, I suppose, if there was ever a politician assigned to these districts. Oh, I don't want to do that. Moore Park is a nice name, though. I might reuse that later. Okay, so I do want to zone this area a bit more. Go back and check our residential again. Or not residential, our industrial. So that's good. Some crime there. Another building burnt down. I have to watch it, keep an eye out on those. Usually they're a sign that my traffic isn't working as well as I intended it to. Okay, here's another building burning down. Do I have my fire trucks? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's check my fire coverage again. I have a fire station here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't think I have my major fire station. I only have those smaller ones. Yeah, this is a big one, but I want to save that for a bigger city. Oh, I did want to rezone some of these light commercial into denser commercial, so let's go ahead and do that. And also here, this statue here is wider than my planned grid system, so if I were to extend this road here, you can see here it overlaps. So I haven't decided what I want to do with this yet. I might just use a bigger grid on this side. I've had mismatches like that going on here too. You can see here it's a bit of a mismatch. I didn't plan as well here. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But I don't want to create an intersection here. I just want to extend this out. I want to create more office spaces right across the street from this statue, so it looks like a nice, nice and busy area here. Okay. Oh, actually, that might work because this lines up with that. And the only reason they're this wide is basically I'm not wasting any space in between the two roads, because you can see here a road will give you 4 squares to zone, and this is basically double that, 8 squares, because it's double-sided. There's 2 sides of roads. Let's create an office park here. Perfect. And check our zoning. Extend our zoning up here a bit. We can also check our unemployment. We have this many people employed, this many jobs, and this many population, 8% unemployment. So yeah, we're very near full employment here. Basically, you're not going to get ever 0 unemployment. So the only way I can get more job or get more people. Sorry, I'm saying this backwards. The only way I can get more jobs filled, employed people, is to have more people living in a city. But I don't want to do that just by growing or zoning. I want to try to level up all my zones as much as I can, so there's more density. And there's always the option of rezoning some of these residential into higher density, but I kind of like the look of a mixed city. You don't want it to be like just blocks after block of this. The kind of contrast between the lower density and the higher density makes it look really nice. Now this is actually a really nice view. If we can slow down time a bit and zoom in. I'm gonna take a picture actually here. And you can see the sun setting right there. And you can see the tree line in the background. Looks beautiful. And there's even a plane taking off there. We'll get an airport soon. I didn't want to check my education. Two high schools here. I have 3 high schools. And they're all maxed out. Yeah, I wish. One of the things I don't like about City Skylines is a lot of their buildings aren't modular, like in SimCity 4. I think that's one of the things that SimCity 4 did right, was to have modular structures, so you can kind of expand your infrastructure as needed. Here, you just kind of build a lot of repetition of the same buildings over and over again, and it's not my not something I like. So I'm going to build an extra high school here, just to serve my population. Doesn't want to snap in. There we go. I think that will be good. And what high school did I call this? Figaro Heights, Autumn Park High, University District High, and this will be... Well, this is another Figaro Heights High School, so let's just call it the... that's a bit repetitive, so... Let me think about that. Edgar High. There we go. That's a Final Fantasy VI reference, in case you didn't miss that. Okay, we have another fire here. Are we getting the fire trucks in on time? Yes, we have. I'm just paying attention to here because this created a lot of problems in my last city. I was growing too fast, not planning it well enough, and my God, it was tough. It was tough. I created so many problems for myself, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen again, because my city was about 10 times the size of this city by the time I stopped playing it. But I think I'm off to a much better start, just in terms of the money I've been making. I'm just making so much money. When people said, "Oh, I'm making a lot of money in my city," I didn't believe them. I said, "Well, I'm having so many problems in my city." But obviously, if you plan your traffic a little bit better than I'd had, then you could make a lot of money. Because what I'm doing here is I'm just directing all the traffic. I'm not having a mixed traffic between my commercial, residential, and industrial. So all my industrial traffic are probably moving here, and then all my other traffic is up here. So it creates less problems, but not enough fuel. So let's check. How's my power going? I might want to turn on some of these. And that's a bit of a problem. I don't know what's causing that. Might be a freight issue. There's only oil stored for 1 week. It's a bit of a traffic jam here. I see what's happening. The cars that go out here, they're using this dead end street here as a cul-de-sac, and then they turn around and then they go into the city. So, can I? And that was always my intention, but I may be I should not have the recycling plant here. Okay, let's do something here. I'm gonna move this. Yeah, this is a user-created building, so it creates problems like this, where it doesn't really snap properly. Like here, you can see here, it wants to snap as I've designed it. The building's the right width, but it's saying the space is already occupied. But when I move it here to where I've made room for it, it won't snap in the right direction. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to rezone a lot of this. I'm going to lose a lot of industrial here. It's going to be a short-term pain, I think, for a long-term gain. But I want to reduce the cul-de-sac here to a short one so the cars can turn and then be on their way. I don't want them doing all this loop-de-loops all the way back here. Oh, we also had a power issue here. I didn't even notice that. I need to be very careful here. Okay, I'm going to put this here for now. How's my power looking? Oh, because I think the power issue is because I cut my power here. So I want to move this temporarily up here, and I'm going to rezone a lot of this. I'm actually going to change this into a much wider road as well. So this is going to be a proper intersection. So the cars will turn, and then they'll be on their way. And then it will connect to this here. let's hook up the power again. I just want to let it run for a bit and see how we... Oh no, now they're moving this way. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So this should just be its own dead end. It shouldn't hook up to anything. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. Okay. Let's try something like this instead. And then, where's my fire station? Let's move this somewhere like here. Actually, no, I want to move it here for maximum access. So I think this should work better because now they have more lanes to work with and it's a short loop for the cars. So I want to rezone this bit here. Actually, no, I don't like that. You probably want to zone industrial in the same area here, so we're going to leave that unzoned here. Water. Okay. Zone that. Oh, it probably ruined my bus route here. Yeah, my bus route is all messed up now. Let's see, where's the bus route? Do it like this, so it's not interfering with the transport, and then I'll have my bus routes linking back here in the side streets. Okay, good. I'm just checking to make sure there are people using the bus here. Oh, this one doesn't have water. I'm just paying attention here because apparently when I move the industries, a lot of them can't find workers, so I just want to make sure I don't mess this one up and that they're able to get to work. Try this again. I'm going to demolish these ones, see if they can find workers. If not, I have to make some changes here as well. Yeah, there seems to be a problem getting people to work here, so I have to think about something here. It could just be a population issue, because I think I built way more industrial here than I had to start initially. And then I was expanding here as well. I'm gonna let the simulation work itself out a bit more and see if I can fix that problem on its own, just from growth. But I don't like so many abandoned buildings here. So... okay, let's expand our commercial here as well. Okay, so I'm just adding more residential. So a couple of challenges for me to think about for next time is things are starting to get abandoned here just because of various reasons. If I check here, abandoned, what's the reason? Building is abandoned because there were not enough workers, so I think that's a continuing problem. It might just be a population issue, so I need to figure out how I want to manage my transportation further. There is only one road connecting here, so maybe if I had another road looping around the city, maybe connected here so that they could loop around, that might also work. But I haven't really expanded this road beyond this point, so there might be another interchange here I want to add in the future. So that's kind of what I want to think about. But in the meantime, I think this has been a good progress for today. Today's video is a bit shorter than usual, although I actually played about the same amount of time. It's just I had a bit of a crash earlier regarding the Weeping Willow, so I played a bit, game crash, so I kind of started from the ground up. So you can see here a lot of abandoned buildings. I need to figure this out. So we fixed one problem with the transport here, but we created another one here. And I'm trying to think about the best way, because you can see here this is a service road that I could hook up to something, and it would probably help a bit. And I probably want to eliminate this intersection here because it's slowing down the traffic. So if I were to have the service road connected to something and it's just servicing this area, that might also work. Although I think it would make the trip a bit too long. So I might want to keep this because my bus is able to service this area just fine. Oh, I have something abandoned all the way here. Abandoned! Land value was too low. Yeah, well, it's right next to a farm. What do you expect? So let me demolish that. Alright, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. We'll figure this out next time. Here and here. See you again.